Hi everyone. I'm just tagging a post in. There we go. Hi and welcome to this week's Paint and a Pint. If you're watching this on replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments below. You will notice a distinct lack of my other half today. Bless Manda. Hi Mary. Manda's poorly. She's got a migraine beyond migraines and she just couldn't bring herself to drive over today. So you got me on my own. I've had about 3/4 of an hour warning. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit today, but I had prepared something, so hopefully it will all go as planned. Hi Annette, hi Ruth. I'm not so used to doing lives completely on my own, so I hope you're going to help me out and chat with me a bit, because I've got no one to talk to. But today we are going to do flow blue technique, and I've prepared this vase. It's just a normal glass vase, and I've put 2 or 3 coats of white chalk paint on it. Now, I have seen this technique done via the IOD sisters. You can look it up, it's fab. And she's done it on a clay pot, which is obviously quite absorbent, unlike the glass. So she's done like lots of watered down white coats on it, and it looks really nice, but this won't work on this because the light shows through the glass and then you can see it. Yeah, I hope Manda feels better soon as well. I'm really lucky that I don't suffer with migraines, but I've got quite a few friends that do, and they're massively debilitating. She's had a few over the time that I've known her, and she's struggled through a couple of lives feeling like hell, but this one has floored her, and she was going to make it, and then she just couldn't. And bless you, get better soon, and I miss you already. But I didn't want to let you guys down, so I'm here anyway. You will see, I will pass on, I'm sure she will watch this when she's up and can focus on something. She's in bed. So all your messages will go straight to her, I am sure. You will see that I put a link at the top of this live, and that link goes straight to my website to tell you a little bit more about a really exciting venture. My brand new Fairy Chic club that I have started. Most of you are aware that I have in the past been running a group called Painting Over Borders. Painting Over Borders is no more, and I felt it was time to start my own thing, and Fairy Chic Club is it. Now, it is a bargain. It is £5 a month to subscribe and join my club, and in my club already is quite a few people, and I have lots of tutorials already loaded up in there ready for you to watch that are exclusive material that you can't see anywhere else. We are having lots of new content coming in, lots of live tutorials. I will be getting guests to come in and teach you. It's all about crafts, it's all about furniture refinishing, and we're going to have some fine art going on there as well. You know I am the lover of all things crafty and creative, and I can't get enough of it. So this is what I want to do in my group. The newest thing that's happening in this group that hasn't happened before in any of my groups is my husband is bricking it. I have enlisted him. You've all heard about my husband over the years, and he's always very much been part of Fairy Chic and in the background supporting me so much, and he is so creatively inspiring in his own right. But I have finally persuaded him to come on regularly in our new club to give us girlies some DIY tips on how to do things. I've learnt so much from him over the years, and I do tend to be a little bit, well, you can do it, so I get a bit lazy on it, but actually I probably could do it if I put some effort into it. So I'm hoping he's going to really give you guys some stuff that you can do yourself, some useful information that you will know. He is a professional handyman, and that's been his job for the last 7 or 8 years, so he does know what he's talking about. £5 a month, guys, for all this exclusive material and to find yourself a lovely, friendly, supportive tribe. You also get trade prices on Fairy Chic products if you're in the group. So join, please join me. The link's at the top of this post. So without any more amiss, I'm going to get on with my vase. I'm trying to read what you're saying. New group, lovely. Yeah, Mary's in. Mary's in. We've got people in, guys. I had such a good response yesterday when I launched it. So have a look. Look at the link. So what I've got here is the Rose Toile IOD stamp. And I have got neither of my blue paints I didn't feel were quite the right colour for this project. So I'm using Annabelle Duke's chalk paint, Tom's Boatyard. It's a lovely kind of colour blue. You already have a question for my husband. He's absolutely bricking it. I can't wait for you to meet him. He said, I thought it was going to be in months' time. No, it's Monday. Get sorted. Monday, guys. Monday is hubby's up. I've got to think of his actual business name is Mr. Handyman because his name is Mark Rolls. So Mr. was Mark Rolls Handyman. But we didn't really think it through when we designed the website because it's Mark Rolls, Mark Rolls Handyman. But then when you read it, it looks like Mark Rolls Handyman. So but it's what it is. So I've got a little roller. I've got a spritzer of water, just plain water. And I've got a bowl of plain water just so that I can wet a rag. So I've got shot cloth. Okay, and I've also got a hairdryer because I think there might be a little bit of drying having to go on to have a go at this. So the Flow Blue is a type of crockery and it has a kind of blurry blue look underneath and then the stamp on the top. So that's what we're going for. So the first thing I've got to do is load some of my paint onto, I've just got an old board so that I can roller it. So I'm just going to tip a little bit on. Just a little bit. Could do with a bit of stirring. Annabelle Duke chalk paint benefits from needing a bit of a stir. It tends to settle. And then you get the thick stuff at the bottom, so you don't really want that. So I'm just giving it a quick stir. And I'm going to put a little bit on my, it's only a little bit. So I'm going to choose my first floral stamp. Hi Ruth. Hi Sharon. So this is just one of the floral Rose Toile even. IOD have two very similar and the original one was floral and then Rose Toile has now come out as its kind of replacement. So if you can imagine that looking on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is just roller it up without, it hasn't got a backing on or anything. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to give it a quick roll with my roller, and I'm sorry you can't see this, but you will see what it looks like in just a sec. Okay, so I've rolled it up. Before I put it onto my vase, I'm going to spritzer it, get it a bit damp, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to just press carefully, hang on, once. So it can't be moved. I don't know if you can, yeah, just about see it. So I'm going to just press, commit. Okay. Look at that, nice. But what I'm going to do now is get my wet cloth. Hi Val. How you doing? Long time no see, we must get together. So I've got my damp cloth and I'm literally, I need to blur it out. So what I'm creating is a blue smudge, if you like, and I need to really get rid of the detail. Otherwise I'll get that kind of double image as if I've tried to stamp over it twice, and I don't want that. So I'm letting these natural drips, but I'm creating just using my shot cloth to blot it. So I've just got to the shape of the stamp in a bluey tint, but no detail. I don't want any detail. Okay. Right, you see, so we're down to that. Okay. So now I'm going to roll up the stamp again. So the first one didn't have to be done too carefully because I was obviously going to blot it out. This one has to be done a bit more carefully. So I've just rolled it up with exactly the same colour paint. Hi Julia. And I'm going to put it on in the same position so it fills that area that I used. But I've got to commit and do it once carefully, which is a bit tricky when it's a curved surface. I'll give it a go. And this one I want to be neat. So let's have a look. Ooh. Quite like that. I know I can't just stick to painting. I just can't. All my life I can crochet, I can knit, I can do macrame, I can do pottery, I just get bored, so I have to try new things. Hi Amanda, are you watching us from your bed? You've had so many well wishes, my lovely. Clutch your head. But look, this is what you're missing. Looky, see? Look. I think that looks really pretty. So I'm going to very carefully, I'm not going to dry it because I think it would be okay. I'm going to very carefully do another one on the other side. And as with all IODs, it comes with different shapes. So I'm just going to decide. So this is one technique. And then I'm going to show you the second technique in a minute. So just got to work out some positioning. I might even use the same piece but do it in a different direction on the back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, looky see, yeah, looky see. Bless you. And of course, the lovely Amanda is going to be featuring in my new club. Of course, we are going to be doing, just in case you're interested, some Paint the Pint extras. So you're going to see some of the outtakes and the chaos that goes on before this video starts, where we all appear and go, yay! Everything's under control, because actually it isn't at all. And we often are running around like headless chickens, and we're doing preparing, and we're going to show you in a little bit more detail the products and things that we're using and how we're doing it. So that's another thing that's going to be going on in the new club that I've started. So, yeah, I've loaded it up. I'm now going to spray with my water. It's just plain water. Yeah, so we're going to get a proper drippy effect. That's all I've done. And I'm going to position my stamp that I've loaded, hang on, in a different angle this time. So I'm going to do it this way. It's very tricky doing it up in the air, be honest. So I'm going to just show you it in a sec. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Looks lovely in its own right, I think. So, but I'm going to do the same as what I did before. I'm going to smudge it out. I don't want any detail showing, I just want a faded blue affair. Which is roughly the same shape as the stamp that I've put on, but don't want to see the detail, otherwise it will look like blurred vision. That's not what we want. Okay. That looks pretty good. Can you see that? It's very blurry. You can't see any of the detail. Okay. Whereas that's now when you stamp it. Doesn't it look good? So that's blurry. Now what I've got to do is load up with this colour again. For those of you that missed it, this is Annabelle Duke's Tom's Boatyard chalk paint. It's a lovely colour, but I think any blue will do. I did contemplate mixing two of my blues together. One of my blues is quite royal blue and the other one's more I guess vintagey, and I thought I could mix them, and then I just thought this would be easier. So I've loaded it up again with my roller. Ideally, and I was looking everywhere for a brayer, but I couldn't find one, so I've just used a really little roller, but so far it's turning out fine, so don't worry too much. So on my wet smudgy area, making sure I put the stamp in exactly the same sort of position so it fills the blur. I am going to do it down here so that it's carefully done because it's right, and then I'll show you what it looks like, but you've only got one chance at this. And because you've only got one chance, typically you get like shaky hands of the century. But there you go. We're going for blurred, right? So it's okay. Since I've worked in the shop and always had crafters involved in my shop, because that was always my focus, I've met so many talented people that do things that I can do but do it much better because that's the only thing they do, and people that do things that I can't do at all. And I really want the new club to sort of include business help and tips for all creatives, really. Look at that. That is a proper looky wowie sea, Manda. Think, yeah, you probably have got my brayer. I couldn't find one anywhere and I had several, but never mind, it's worked. Look, how lovely is that? Now, I need to decide. Now, I'll show you the other method, because that's with the blur, and now we're going to do it without the blur. So, I've got in the same pack a little bit of writing. Got to make sure it's up the right way. Yep. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to roll it up. Okay. Now, instead of spritzing the vase, I'm going to spritzer the stamp just a little bit, quick squirt, just to loosen the paint up a bit. Okay. And then I'm not going to do the blurry effect this time. I'm going to do this straight onto the vase, strategically. No, I'll do it upside down. Okay, so I'm just going to press it on. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Okay, so I've pressed it on, taken it off. Yeah. Now, because of the water, can you see you're getting a bit of natural run? It's a little bit of natural blur. I really like that. I don't want it running all the way down. So I'm just going to blot it just a little bit with my rag. But really like that. Looks really cool. Hi Krista, you've missed your sister. And my sister-in-law's on as well. Hi Cheryl. Amanda's poorly, Krista. She's in bed with a major migraine, bless her heart. So I've got to do it on my own. But I'm not feeling too lonely, guys, because there's loads of you on supporting me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you like what I'm doing. So I'm now going to do a bit more in the same way. I think I'm going to do another blurry one up the top here. So I think the piece that I've been using is pretty good. There are different sizes, there's bigger ones, but they're a bit harder to control, especially on a curved surface. So I'm loading it up, I'm giving it a few seconds on there. I'm then going to spritzer my vase with it's just plain water, no vinegar in this one, just to give it a nice damp surface. And then I'm going to put my loaded up stamp on top of the damp surface just once, not too carefully, doesn't really matter, because we're going to blur it out. I love this. I've never tried this before. This is the first time I'm seeing it live here. So it's all ready. I quite like the way it's come out. Can you see that? I'm in bed with a migraine as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I'm using a damp shot cloth. Once again, I'd really like to see your tries on this, guys. So the IOD sisters did a beautiful one on, it's on their blog, I believe. You can have a look at it. They did it on a pot, a terracotta pot, and it looked gorgeous. And I thought it would be really nice to do. I got given this vase by my friend, Susie, because she's bound to ask, is that my vase? And I didn't know what to do with it. And I thought I would, I'm always on the lookout for new techniques because I want to have a go. It's boring doing the same. Right, so now I've got a bit of a blue smudgy mess, frankly, but that's what you're going for, this kind of thing. Yeah, you need to invest in his stamps. And I have to tell you, what colour are you stamping with? It is Annabelle Duke's Chalk Paint Tom's Boatyard. It's like a turquoise. I said I think you can probably mix some blues up. I didn't have my two blues, I don't think were right. I thought about mixing them together, but I ended up, because I had this open, thinking this would be a really nice sort of vintagey colour. What was the other question? Yeah, the Rose 12 stamp, in my view, is one of the better ones. I mean, they're all amazing, but there is, I'm going to see if I can show you without tipping it up, so many lovely things you can do. Look at that on the back of a dresser, it looks just gorgeous. And there's lots of individual pieces, like there's some writing, French writing. I've used this one a lot. There's a dragonfly, and that's just so cool. And there's big pieces. What I have done, which works really well, is use these big pieces on dining room tables. So when we've sanded back the table, before we've waxed it, so it's its natural wood, and then I've used the stone grey ink and this stamped it up and put it all around the table in different places, around the edge, and it looked amazing. And then obviously waxed over the top, because you can wax straight over the top of Stays On and it doesn't smudge it or anything. It looked really, really amazing. So that's definitely for me, one of my favourite. I've been able to use it in lots of different ways. Some of them you can only sort of use in one way, I feel. And everyone likes a bit of floral, don't they? It's sort of very French. And so now that's sort of dried off a bit, I'm just going to load up the stamp again. And to be honest, I was worried that because I'm using a roller, and you can see it has a bit, that it would, unlike a brayer that Amanda's got, it's gone on some of the plastic as well, can you see? Like up there in the corner. And I was worried that when I put this on, that would sort of ruin it, but because of the style, I really don't think it's a problem, because it's meant to be a bit blurry. So you can go ahead, and I'm just going to carefully stamp this. You can go ahead and use the roller and not be too worried about having to clean up the plastic or the silicone before you stamp it, because blurry's okay. Obviously, if you want a bit more blur, once you've got it on, you can spritz it and let it run. Love it. Look at that. Lunch break over. Bye, Cheryl. Lovely to see you. Yeah, I've got to do another order very, very soon. I need to contact, I have got a few outstanding pre-orders that people have made, and I need to contact very quickly, hi Ziggy, the France distribution people to see what they've got in stock. It's always a question of waiting from the US to ship it out to France. As soon as it arrives in France, it almost immediately, all the new stuff all goes out of stock. So we have to order well in advance what we want, which is why I ask everyone to put pre-orders in, so I know what you want and I can guarantee that you'll get it. Because if I don't know, then I have to guess. I also have to pay for it all up front, and then often, you know, I have in the past done that, and then I'm left with, I've guessed it wrong. What I like isn't what everyone else likes, and so on. We've all got different tastes. So if you definitely want something, you need to pre-order it. It's £15. I will refund you at any time if you find it somewhere else. There's no pressure to, you know, hang on forever with me. You can just contact me and I'll refund you. But that is the way to go, and that's obviously all on my website. So I think there's a blank spot there that needs filling, so I'm going to do something else there. I might just put a dragonfly on there and do that the neat way. So there's my dragonfly. So no pre-smudging, I'm just going to roll it up. Okay. Now I've managed to slam that straight in the paint. And what I'm going to do is give it a really quick squirt, just a little one. I'm just loosening it up a little bit. And then I'm going to pop it on straight away. Now Amanda had got a terracotta pot to show you the difference. And that has gone a bit too smudgy for me. Can you see? Bit too smudgy, so I'm actually going to, it's good that these things happen, I haven't done this before. I'm going to actually go back to the blurry effect on that one because that will repair it. So I'll splodge it out so I've got the shape. Okay, no such thing as a crisis. So I've got the shape, no detail so I don't get double vision looking at it. And then I'm going to roll her again. This time I'm not going to squirt it because this area is already damp. I ordered molds on Saturday and they arrived Monday. Yeah, you did. If I've got it in stock, you'll get it straight away. And I have got some of the new ones in stock. Astolia foliage, is it? The Build a Wreath one, the ones that you can colour in. I've got some of those in stock. If I've got it, I'll get it out to you ASAP. And then I will send you an email as soon as it's gone so that you know it's on its way. Right. Yeah, that's worked. Look at that result. See? Saved. So I'm starting to get this stunning. I've got a few more bits to do, I think. Something here, I think. Any questions, guys? Come on, fill me in. Give me something to talk about. What else has been going on? Oh, while I'm here, while I've got you, I have, as you may know, you should know, I have two other groups, two free groups. The Painting Forum and Fairy Chic Friends. Painting Forum is for all painters that paint furniture, and if you paint fine artwork you can put that in as well, but there's no mention of brands of paint in there. We keep it Switzerland, so I just don't want the hassle of the wars and so on, so obviously we just post our bits and appreciate each other's work. The Fairy Chic Friends group that I've got is for selling your crafts, and it's for all crafters because obviously my first love has always been craft and art and painting, and yeah, I haven't got first love, I've got an all love. So if you are a crafter and if you make craft things or you sell craft things, and if you sell furniture and want to sell furniture, you can sell it, you can put it up for sale in my Fairy Chic Friends page. Lots of people do from all over the country. I've got people from all over the world in it actually, and quite a few people have been approached by shops and so on within that group to supply their shop in bulk. So I've had that feedback from some of the people that are in the group. So it's a cool group to get involved in because it's free, doesn't cost you anything, and you can put things up for sale. It's only things that are handmade that can go in there or hand painted. You can't sell your TV in there. So I'm going to be doing a little announcement on Saturday in both of those groups. I'll create an event. I think the Paint Forum one's at 6:30, because I'm going to be doing some more active stuff in both of the groups as well, and I want you to have the opportunity to advertise your business and come on and do some question and answers with me. If any of you are up for a live and you want to come and do a split live on my groups and advertise the hell out shamelessly, me, your business, I would love you to have that opportunity, and I'd like to do that on a regular basis. So that's definitely one of the plans that I've got coming up, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more on Saturday in the group. But in the meantime, if you're not in either of those groups, it would be great to see you in there. Just look them up: Very Chic Painting Forum and Very Chic Emporium Friends, I believe. So I've just squirted it. I'm going to splodge it on. Technical term. Now, if you like what you see, and you guys have, a lot of you have been following me for a long time, if you like what you see and you want more detail, you want more close-up, you want more opportunities, do you know what, I'm not even going to smudge that out. I love that the way it is. Look at that. If you want more of that, is the base colour of paint on the vase just white? It was glass, so I've just put white chalk paint, plain white chalk paint, about 3 coats. Because of the hole at the top, it's very transparent, you can see through it, so I had to put 3 coats on first. So I did that before today, because obviously it was going to take drying in between. But you can do it on terracotta pots with white wash, and it absorbs in, it gives quite a washy oldie effect. That looks really nice as well. I'm going to do a little lay roses. Yeah, if you want more of me and more detail and more structure and more fun and your own little tribe, these groups, these clubs, they're really great places to learn and be able to ask the questions that you want. I'm going to be doing lots of social media work with you guys, showing you how to use Facebook, how to get your numbers up, how to use hashtags on Instagram, how to monetize your YouTube videos. You know, I make an income from my YouTube channel every month, and you too can do that if you want to. I can give you that opportunity. If you want to practice doing live videos, you can do it in a safe place. £5 a month, guys, that's it. You can't even buy a cup of coffee, or can you? I don't know, I don't drink coffee, but practically a cup of coffee a week, and you get all of that information, you get access to asking me all the questions you want to ask me, and I'm there for you. So really consider it. The link's at the top of this live. I'd love for you to share the word that it's out there, and share this live. And join me. So many of you are on all the time, and I just want to get to know you better. I'm just trying to work out if this is upside down or not. Yeah, it is. That was nearly a crisis. Right, so I'm going to try the reverse a little bit this time. I'm going to squirt it a little bit. I think this is just a bit of a play and error, because we know we can fix it if it goes wrong. We turn it into a blur. So that is a bit heavy drippy. So I've just mopped it up a bit, and I'm just going to push. I'm going to show you this. Ooh, 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 looky see. I've adopted Amanda's catchphrase. It's back to front for you, but it's not to me, I promise. Just sharing your business page. Thank you so much. Look, look, look. I like the roses. I like the writing. I've got another writing one, do you think? A writing one would look good? I think it might be a bit overkill. I think maybe I need one more dragonfly down there, and then I'm going to call it a day, because sometimes it's hard knowing when to stop, isn't it? Especially when it's all looking cool and you're getting excited. Sometimes you have to stop and go away and come back to it and see if it needs more. Sometimes when I've got in a right mood with a piece of furniture that's just not going to plan, and I'm about to quit the whole thing, I just have to go away and come back to it the next day. And usually I've been dreaming like crazy how I'm going to fix it. That's what happens. So I've just put that on neat, look, and that was on an angle because it's on the curved edge. It's a little bit heavy, so I'm going to just spray it just to encourage a little bit of, yeah, runny, drippy stuff. Right, I don't want great big drips, but, and I'm going to just damp it down a bit. That's worked straight away. So this is a bit of a foolproof method really, because worst scenario you could just paint over it white and do it again. Thank you for sharing, Diane, that's brilliant. There we go. So look, what a beautiful vase. What a lovely staging item. I could put that up for sale too. That makes, I think that's really stunning. Okay, so I don't know how we're doing for time. Obviously if we had Mandarin, I'd have been chatting with her and you'd have been laughing a lot more than you are just with me. I'm sorry about that. But if you really want to laugh, seriously, join the club. My husband, my flipping husband, workman's bum and all, is going to be on Monday live. First live ever. He's absolutely bricking it. And those of you that know him know he's a funny guy, know he's a cool guy. He certainly knows what he's talking about. But he's never done a live and it's going to be funny. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a split with him, like be on it as well to support him or just leave him to it and laugh in the other room. I haven't decided. Oh, Mallory, I don't know what's wrong. I'll catch up if you've commented. Missed most of you. Customers just want to chat. Oh, how inconvenient, customers wanting to chat. Before I go, Julia, you wanted me to see if I could pull you up. Let me just see. I'm not going to, don't panic, but I'm just going to check. Stay on. No. Okay. The answer, Julia, is no. We still need to sort your phone out. All right, well, we'll do that privately. That's fine, we will get it sorted. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Review my club, visit my webpage, join me next week. Hopefully Amanda will be better by then, and join in on Saturday on the Paint Forum, where I sort of bring to you in more clearer detail what's going to be going on there and the opportunities for you guys to start advertising yourselves shamelessly as well. Let's do it. Let's help each other's business thrive. Yeah, this was the result of today's lovely project. I'd love to see it if you have a go. It really was very simple. It's just one colour and I love it. I really love it. Okay. So thank you again for joining. See you soon. I shall be doing some more lives on my page too. Mallory's joining. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We want you all joining. Susan, join my group. It's £5. We want you in. Don't leave me. We'll see you soon. Bye.